Good morning. Ambassador Crowley, Ambassador Waltz, Secretary McMahon, Deputy Secretary Landau, Director Crastius, Chairman Ferguson, Special Envoy for the Best Future Generations, Charles Harder. Thank you all for being champions, for fostering the future together. It is wonderful to receive such an impressive delegation of world leaders, first spouses, and be best in class tech companies, all with a shared purpose to empower our next generation's advancement in technology and education. Welcome, Albania, Antigua and Barbuda, Aruba, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bangladesh, Belize, and Bolivia. It is my distinct honor to have Burundi, Cabo Verde, Congo, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Equatorial Guinea, Estonia, France, Gambia, Georgia, Ghana, and Guatemala here in Washington, D.C. Greetings, Israel, Kenya, Kosovo, Lithuania, Malta, Malawi, Montenegro, Morocco, Nigeria, North Macedonia, Palau, Panama, and of course, Paraguay. Hello, Poland, Romania, Senegal, Serbia, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Slovenia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Ukraine, and UAE. As people, we dream. As leaders, we progress. As nations, we will build. Beginning today, let's accelerate our new global alliance, this bond, to positively impact the progress of our children. Welcome, members, to the inaugural meeting of Fostering the Future Together. Our coalition's mission is to empower children by providing greater access to technology and education. This is a historic moment in time. Our key driver, to cultivate the skills young people need to be successful in this rapidly evolving world. Fostering the Future Together will achieve this by creating innovative learning programs, advocating for supportive education policies, sponsoring new tech-focused legislation, and building strong partnerships between the public and private sectors. Each of you has a vital role to play in shaping the tech ed opportunities for the next generation. Fostering the Future Together's collaborative platform will serve as a capability multiplier for members. This added benefit is derived directly from our coalition's foundational elements: AI, education, and global leadership. Our shared vision prioritizes children above political philosophy, geographical borders, and local prejudices. To turn this vision into action, I invite each of you to participate, commit to hosting a regional meeting, conduct a research study, advance new partnerships, collaborate with another member nation in your region of the world. Magic happens in our nation's capital, particularly when the private and public sectors join forces. Today's meeting is unprecedented. I commend America's leading companies for convening with us today. Never before have so many tech visionaries stood before such a large global audience of leaders in the State Department and the White House over the two-day period. Nowhere else could such a concentration of excellence be assembled, from AI pioneers like OpenAI, Palantir, and xAI, to tech platforms like Google and Meta, creative engines like Adobe and Microsoft, plus human connectivity through Zoom communications. This room is filled with extraordinary human capital. Leaders, harness it to elevate your children, to empower your people, and to accelerate your economies. Our Coalition for Leaders will improve our future, but only by supporting concrete initiatives that equip young people with the skills and knowledge they need. Together, let's invest, expand success, and create opportunities for education and technology. I wish everyone great success during Fostering the Future Together's Global Coalition Summit. There is much to accomplish over this two-day period, and this is only the beginning. Thank you.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Your Excellencies. I am Ambassador Monica Crowley, Chief of Protocol of the United States, and it is such an honor and a delight for me to join you here today in this incredibly important initiative launched by the First Lady of the United States, Mrs. Melania Trump. We're so honored to be joined by first spouses, distinguished guests, and industry leaders here at the United States Department of State. What a delight to hear those opening remarks from our First Lady, Melania Trump, who has gathered us all here today under the auspices of her visionary Fostering the Future Together initiative. We now look forward to hearing from all of you as we kick off our working session. The working session will be divided into 4 different topics: artificial intelligence in education, EdTech tools, digital literacy and skills, and safety and protection online. We have allotted 20 to 40 minutes for each discussion. Your moderators will be senior U.S. government officials who possess leadership and expertise in today's subject matter. Speakers for each subject area have been identified in advance and will speak in alphabetical order by country. If there is a balance of time, we will move to brief 1-minute interventions at the moderator's discretion. Finally, please make yourselves comfortable here today. Do not hesitate to take a short break if you are required to at any point. Staff is available outside to escort you to where you may need to go. I'm now very pleased to kick off this morning's session by welcoming Director of White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, Mr. Michael Kratsios, to introduce and moderate our first topic. Michael.
I want to thank First Lady Melania Trump for hosting today's Fostering the Future Together Global Summit. This is a historic convening of dozens of First Ladies and gentlemen from around the world at a truly critical inflection point as our nations navigate the future of children and technology. As a President's National Science and Technology Advisor, I work closely with the First Lady and administration leaders here today on policies to ensure America's children can thrive in the digital age. Just last week, the White House released a national legislative framework for AI, which called on Congress to strengthen online protections for children. At the same time, we are working to proactively prepare and empower young people to fully realize the benefits of AI. The United States is committed to expanding AI education in K-12 schools nationwide. Our First Lady herself has spearheaded many of our AI education initiatives, launching the Presidential AI Challenge and securing hundreds of millions of dollars in commitments from the private sector and nonprofits to provide free AI tools to students, educators, and parents. We're also working closely with the Department of Education, the Department of Energy, and the National Science Foundation to invest in and expand AI education programs, especially those that help teachers learn to teach about AI at different age-appropriate stages. The most important thing we can do collectively to set the next generation up for success is to prepare them to use, understand, and build AI. And that starts with K-12 classrooms. Every student should learn basic foundational knowledge about AI, what algorithms are, how machine learning works, what technology is good for, and what is it that their limitations are. Teaching about AI in K-12 isn't only about inspiring future STEM leaders. Every career path will use AI as a tool in some way, so every child should be able to fully take advantage of AI applications with confidence and with responsibility. Recognizing that AI in education is a pressing issue all around the world, we very much look forward to the robust discussion and insights that will take place today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kratsios. Okay, let's open our discussion here today. I would first like to invite the First Lady of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Mrs. Mirela Becikurovic. Her Excellency, where are you, please, ma'am?
Here.
There you are. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Respected First Lady Melania Trump, esteemed First Ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, distinguished guests. It is a great honor for me to be here today and to participate in a discussion that shapes the future of our children. Artificial intelligence in education. I thank the First Lady, Melania Trump, for the invitation and for her initiative to bring us together to discuss this important topic. Today, we live in a time of rapid technological changes. Artificial intelligence is already changing the way we learn and communicate. Children who sit in classrooms today are growing up in a digital world. Because of this, education systems must find ways to use technology responsibly and for the benefit of students. Artificial intelligence can be a powerful tool in education. It can help teachers better understand the needs of students and help children learn at their own pace. But technology itself is not a solution. Teachers remain essential for the development of curiosity, values, and responsibility in children. It is therefore important that we use artificial intelligence as a tool of support to teachers and not as a replacement for them. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, we also recognize the importance of the digital transformation of education. Our universities and researchers are increasingly working on the development and application of artificial intelligence, and in our education system, we are strengthening students' digital competencies. Children learn how to use technology, but also how to think critically and responsibly. At the same time, we are aware of the challenges. Questions of ethics, security, and the protection of children in the digital space must be at the center of our policies. As a mother, I believe that education is the most important investment in the future. Our responsibility is to give children the knowledge and values to use technology in a way that connects people and builds a better society. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Now I am pleased to invite the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi, Her Excellency Angeline Nayadushe Marie. Madam.
Excellence, Madame Melania Trump, Première Dame des États-Unis d'Amérique. Excellence, chères sœurs, Première Dame, Mesdames et Messieurs, tout protocole observé, bonjour. C'est avec une grande joie de parler avec vous du rôle que joue la technologie, l'éducation, l'intelligence artificielle et la littératie numérique.
We're living in the complexity of our world that is evolving. It's important to recognize the transforming power of digital tools. In addition, including artificial intelligence in education can be of great benefit. It can customize learning by adapting to the individual needs of students. It can also help teachers follow progress of students and integrate teaching methods based on scientific research. However, with the advances of our responsibilities, while we promote digital literacy, we must also prioritize security and protection. It's important for our students not only learn how to use technology, but also understand the importance of navigating digital spaces in a responsible and safe way by investing in digital tools and including artificial intelligence and encouraging curiosities and promoting security, we can cultivate future generations of learners, not only to acquire knowledge, but also to innovate, research, and create solutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. It's now my pleasure to invite to deliver remarks the First Lady of the Republic of Serbia, Her Excellency Tamara Vučić. Madam.
Thank you very much. Distinguished First Ladies and Gentlemen, at the outset, I would like to extend my deep respect and support to Madame Trump for, by following her instinct, and we women certainly do have it, giving the form and the contents to her vision and for gathering us here. We are writing history today. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in two worlds, digital and real one, offline and online, and we can neither ignore nor ban them. The Republic of Serbia is guided by the fact that well-being in digital environment, just like in the real life, is a path for personal development which requires education, not only limitations. Therefore, instead of short-time prohibitory measures, we promote the digital immunity. Our objective is not to isolate children, but to make them stronger in order to recognize the danger. Serbia has introduced computer programming to all elementary schools and a subject called the digital world starting from the first grade. The fundamentals of understanding artificial intelligence have become part of the curriculum in elementary and secondary schools, and according to UNESCO data, we are one of only 11 countries in the world that successfully implemented this. What we are especially proud of is that the digital transformation in education has been accompanied by improvements in the system for child protection. The National Contact Center for Children's Safety on the Internet, Smart and Safe, has been established as a system of direct support for children, parents, and teachers. This is the first and so far the only institutional mechanism in the region that addresses the prevention and response to threats against children in the digital environment. Ladies and gentlemen, Serbia is today the chair of the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence and proudly becoming the member of the Fostering the Future Together Global Coalition. To conclude, technology is neither good nor bad. Technology, in my opinion, is our test of humanity. This coalition gives us strength and the framework to successfully pass this test. Serbia stands with you, with this coalition, to the benefit of all our children. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Merci.
We do have a few gentlemen with us today, and now I am delighted to welcome to deliver remarks the first gentleman of the Republic of Slovenia, His Excellency Aleš Musar.
Spoštovana prva dama ZDA, distinguished First Lady of the United States, dear colleagues and friends. When a high school professor of chemistry requested that all of us should, by the end of the month, have calculators, it was met with astonishment and even outcry among some of our parents. For centuries, everyone made calculations by hand. Why should we change this venerable practice? It will leave more time for chemistry, argued my professor. Your children will get better education. This little episode happened in 1980. Since then, we have witnessed and experienced many technological advances, changing our teaching methods and educational systems. Word processors, spreadsheets, presentation tools, online databases, and of course, ready availability of any information you can imagine on the internet, anywhere, anytime, with mobile devices. The changes are not embraced immediately. We have seen the pattern of first ignoring, then resisting, and finally incorporating new technology in our curricula and teaching by solving an eternal dilemma: how to convert something that is seen as a tool for cheating into an educational tool. We are struggling with that in Slovenia. With plenty of great private initiatives, curriculum is lagging behind, and I hope this coalition will help us embrace change faster, because we are now on the brink of the most profound change we have ever seen. Artificial intelligence brings into education both amazing opportunities and significant challenges. I am thankful to the First Lady of the United States to show the leadership in bringing the first spouses of the world together with the intent to wield whatever soft power we have for ensuring a better future for our children. Sharing best practices and educational tools based on artificial intelligence and fostering their availability to all children is a worthy cause. I believe it is equally important and a truly visionary proposal to establish a think tank, which I see as a long-term forum for discussing, examining, and resolving ethical dilemmas and risks of the impact of artificial intelligence on children, and which I would be ready to join. In fact, introduction of AI, not only in education, but in all spheres of human activity, is a challenge for humanity as a whole. Autonomous AI systems may radically change our societies, we are being warned. How can we ensure that human ethics is built into AI? Will it reach a point of singularity? Humanity has solved these dilemmas more or less successfully many times in the past, in science fiction books and movies. Now we have to do it for real. We only have one shot. We better get it right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I am now very pleased to welcome the First Lady of Ukraine, Her Excellency Mrs. Olena Zelenska.
Thank you so much. Dear distinguished guests, dear colleagues, I'm honored to join the Fostering the Future Together coalition, and of course I want to thank the First Lady Melania Trump for this important initiative. Today the world is becoming increasingly unstable, and in these conditions every country is searching for the answer on a question how to preserve resilience while continuing to develop. And Ukraine already has this answer. It would be no exaggeration to say that besides the resilience of our people, it is precisely digital systems that help Ukraine remain functioning state even during a war. Since 2019, we've been developing a state in smartphone model, a model in which key public services become accessible anywhere through a simple digital interface. This is realized through DIA, not just an app, but fast, clear state-people interaction. Because technology is not only about convenience, it is about the state's ability to function. And while digitalization ensures nations' resilience, education determines its future. For us, this is the matter of principle. No child and no adult should lose access to education regardless of the circumstances. That is why we are building a comprehensive digital education ecosystem. An important part of it is DIA Education. This is a national edutainment platform that combines learning and practice with a focus on skills needed in a modern world. The platform offers hundreds of educational products, short video courses, real-life job stimulators, interactive modules, and certification programs. On the de-education platform, a dedicated section is about online safety and cyber hygiene. The content is adapted to different ages and different levels of proficiency. We view cyber hygiene as a new basic skill. Just as humanity once learned to take care of physical hygiene, and it is not a one-time action, but daily practice that builds resilience and helps prevent most common threats. At the same time, we are developing solutions for school education. At the initiative of the President of Ukraine, MRIA was launched, a unified digital education ecosystem for students, parents, and educators. MRIA brings together all key elements of the learning process, from educational materials and schedules to communication and assessment. For students, it offers the opportunity to learn in a convenient format, track their own progress. For parents, it provides visibility into their child's learning progress and enables them to stay engaged in the process. For teachers, it allows for better planning and reducing administrative workload, but most importantly, it represents a shift in approach. Education is no longer one size fits all. It is gradually becoming flexible and capable of adapting the needs of each child. Nearly 3,000 schools from all regions of Ukraine are already connected to MRIA, every fourth educational institution in the country. This year we plan to connect around 7,000 educational institutions and increase the number of users to 1.5 million. In 2026, the pilot of MRIA preschool will begin in 6 regions of Ukraine. So we adapted that platform to the needs of the youngest users and make the system truly continuous from the kindergarten to school. And we are already looking forward. In 2025, Ukraine launched a National Center for Artificial Intelligence Development, the Win-Win AI Center of Excellence, which is working on integrating AI into key sectors of the state, including education. Ukraine commits to further investment in digital infrastructure, education technologies, and AI-enabled learning to prepare the next generation to thrive in a digital age. That is why we are joining Mrs. Trump's initiative. We see this initiative as an important step toward elevating the issue of child development and education to the global level and bringing countries together around a shared responsibility. Ukraine is your reliable partner in it. Thank you once more.
Thank you very much, Madam. Now I am delighted to welcome the partner of the President of the Republic of Romania, Mrs. Mirabela Gradinaru, for some remarks.
Thank you. Dear First Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed participants, first of all, I want to extend my gratitude to our gracious host, First Lady of the United States, Mrs. Melania Trump. I believe that this initiative is a very valuable one, generating momentum, visibility, and much-needed dynamism in this field. At the same time, it is crucial that we are having an integrated approach, better linking education, innovation, and technology. I look forward to start working closely with First Lady Melania Trump and everybody around this table within the framework of this project for developing concrete initiatives and achieving tangible impact in advancing digital education, safe online practices, and media literacy for children worldwide. I will not take up much of your time today, as we will be sharing our more in-depth views tomorrow. Before I finish, I want to introduce the two Romanian experts I brought with me. Andrada Morar is the Vice President of UiPath for Customer Experience and Global Partners. UiPath is Romania's first unicorn company, and it is a leading robotic process automation, RPA platform, designed to automate repetitive, time-consuming tasks by creating software robots. And Robert Beza is the Executive Director of Edge Institute Romania, a very active think tank dedicated to accelerating our country's digital transformation. Robert and his team bring together experts from business, technology, and academia to propose public policies and strategies aimed at boosting Romania's economic and digital competitiveness through the right approach, especially on education. Thank you, and I am looking forward for the insightful discussions today.
Thank you very much, Madam. Now I'd like to invite the First Lady of the Republic of Estonia, Mrs. Sirje Karas.
Good morning, dear colleagues, friends. Thank you for the opportunity to join you for this high-level meeting. I am
Maybe.
Yeah, you can. No. Okay. I got very.
Yes, now we can hear you.
I got very good friend here. Thank you. I am grateful that Estonia's experience can be shared in this coalition. Launched under the leadership of the First Lady of the United States, this format is important because it creates space to talk about children's well-being while balancing innovation with responsibility. Education shapes a person's life and well-being more than anything else. It influences future opportunities, health, and a sense of belongings. That is why quality education matters so deeply to every society. Today, education is increasingly digital. My country, Estonia, underwent a major societal digital transformation in the mid-1990s, known as a Tiger Leap. This created a strong foundation for the leap we are now making, the AI leap. From Estonians' perspective, AI in education is an issue we must address now. Artificial intelligence is already part of our children's everyday reality, so we have chosen to guide these developments rather than simply react to them. That is the purpose of Estonians' AI Leap in education. It is a national program that helps schools use AI to improve learning, support teachers, and keep students safe. It combines an educationally adapted learning tool with teacher training, and it is backed by research. So, decisions are grounded in evidence. Teacher support is essential. With teachers' guidance, students can become responsible AI users who learn with these tools, rather than relying on them for quick answers. We also take risks seriously. Harmful content, deepfakes, data protection, and the impact on mental well-being. That is why we focus on safety by design, clear rules, and careful evaluation, so we learn what truly benefits children and what does not. This brings me to a wider point. The choices we make in education and technology connect naturally to children's rights and to emerging frameworks for AI governance. We want to build a bridge between classroom practice and these global principles, and we will use every international forum available to strengthen the protection of children in the digital world. This includes our current roles as a member of the United Nations Human Rights Council and as a co-chair, together with El Salvador, of the United Nations Global Dialogue on AI governance. In 2026, Estonia is also honored to serve as a chair of the Executive Board of UNICEF. We aim to convene a special session of the Executive Board on innovation in education. We wish to raise awareness of the opportunities that technology offers to make education more accessible for children, as well as the need to ensure these technologies are safe and secure. Thank you for your commitment to children, to learning, and to a safe future in the digital age. Thank you, everybody.
To invite the First Lady of the Republic of Costa Rica, Her Excellency Signe Zaitekete.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Signe Zaitekete. First Lady Melania Trump, Excellencies and fellow First Spouses. Thank you for bringing us together, and thank you also for coming together. This coalition matters. It matters because the digital world is no longer a separate place where our children go. As the First Lady of Estonia mentioned, it is the environment in which our children live. Environment that shapes their minds every day and in real time. Artificial intelligence is already in their phones, it is in their homework, it is in the very question they ask about the world. As we gather here today for the initiative Fostering Future Together, the question before us is simple yet profound. Will we guide them, or will we leave them to navigate this frontier alone? In Costa Rica, we chose to act early. In 2024, we launched our National Artificial Intelligence Strategy, and this is the first of its kind in Central America. From the very beginning, we made one decision clear: children come first. And this is not a technical issue for us. It is a public responsibility. We are building our artificial intelligence with ethics, with safeguards, and with a human-centered purpose. And we are already seeing the results. Today, over half of our teachers using artificial intelligence to support students with special needs or spark innovation, and this is a rate well above the OECD average. To ensure that our teachers are never left behind, we also created one of the world's first national artificial intelligence guide for educators. This guide ensures that technology serves as a partner that automates routine tasks, giving our teachers back time they need for what matters. And this is socio-emotional support of our students. We are also providing that innovation has no borders. In Costa Rica, internet access is a constitutional right. And we have reduced the digital divide in vulnerable communities by 22 percentage points. Through our Hummingbird project, we are bringing artificial intelligence-driven literacy to our most remote one-teacher schools in the mountains and coasts, ensuring that a child's zip code never defines their digital destiny. But let us be clear, access without safety is not progress, it is exposure. When technology arrives before guidance, we see confusion and misuse. That is why we are strengthening our laws against digital grooming and bolstering cybersecurity. Innovation must never come at the cost of child's dignity and security. Excellencies, this coalition gives us a rare opportunity to move from isolated efforts to shared global principles. And we must shape it together with intention and with the belief that every child, everywhere, deserves a future where technology expands their potential without ever diminishing their humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam. For our final speaker on artificial intelligence in education, I would like to invite the First Lady of Georgia, Ms. Tamar Bagratoni, please.
Distinguished First Ladies, honorable guests. First, I would like to convey my heartfelt thanks to our host, Mrs. Melania Trump. The history will remember her, who brought around 45 nations together and turned a mother instinct into a global movement. I represent the nation with a history stretching 3,000 years. Georgia, a country was once ruled by Queen Tamar, the first ever woman royalty referred to as a king, who believed that the leader's greatest is measured by how they protects the most in needs. Today, we are united by one shared responsibility, the well-being and future of our children. I am fully committed to this as a First Lady, but first and foremost, I speak as a mother of four, one who understands personally the context representatively of protecting a child's well-being. Every parent who knows the quiet tension we carry, the will to protect our children from harm, at the same time allowing them the freedom to grow, to explore, and the benefit from the opportunities of the rapidly advanced world. This balance is not simple. It is a daily struggle, silent, invisible, but very real, shared across families everywhere. We cannot choose between safety and development. Our responsibility is to ensure both. This is why thoughtful solution matters so deeply. Solution that allows our children not only to strive and to innovate, but also remain open, curious, and connected, free to play and engage and step into the future with confidence. In Georgia, we're undertaking important steps towards comprehensive digital transformation. Our nation approach is guided by the principle of the middle way, a framework that seeks to balance technological innovation with the protection of human dignity, fundamental rights, and above all, children's safety. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Madam, and thanks to all of you for a very interesting and very important initial conversation on AI in education. I would now like to welcome the U.S. Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, to introduce our second topic.
Good morning, everyone. It's indeed a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you, Ambassador, for having me this morning. And I'd certainly like to thank our remarkable First Lady for assembling this talented group of first spouses, policymakers, and industry leaders to discuss how we can harness AI to enhance education and equip students with the digital fluency today's jobs require. And just to step aside for 1 second from my prepared comments, I would just like to say how impressed I am with all of the comments that I have heard so far this morning. The sharing of the thoughts of mothers, of leaders of countries who bring their passion for not only their own children, but the children of their countries. So I welcome those remarks. I am so grateful to hear this and for all of us to understand that there is no one size fits all, and that as we all are in our respective countries and communities and industries, thank you all for this devotion and commitment to not only embracing AI, but to also understanding its use as a tool, but that it must have guardrails so that our children are protected and can benefit from the greatest aspect of embracing this technology. So thank you for that. Artificial intelligence is a technological leap on par with the invention of the printing press and the rise of the internet. It is no longer just a transformative technology, but a foundational one that is already shaping the world around us. In education especially, it can serve as a powerful equalizer, opening doors of opportunity for students and expanding access to quality learning. And I've seen this firsthand in my 50-state tour while visiting the Alpha School in Austin, Texas, where each student has an individual AI tutor for the first 2 hours of the day that can identify their individual needs and help remediate their lagging learning spots. The genius of the Alpha School is how an AI-supported, customized learning path is guided by a teacher to personalize support for each student, to help students explore their life goals and to teach them the skills necessary to achieve them. As a result, their students are mastering material at a pace over 2 times faster than national benchmarks. Seeing models like this of success around the country demonstrates why the responsible integration of AI in our classrooms has been a top priority of mine as the Secretary of Education. We have already dedicated millions of dollars in grants to support projects that use AI to bolster student access and success, and we are proud to support the First Lady's Presidential AI Challenge, which has inspired citizens to submit AI proposals and technologies that solve problems in their communities. But this is only the beginning. Under the First Lady's leadership, today's discussions will help us envision a set of best practices for AI in education worldwide. Together, we can show how proper use of EdTech tools, including digital assessment programs, immersive simulations, and adaptive learning systems, can be an enhancement to, not as a replacement for, human-centered classroom instruction, while simultaneously equipping students with the digital literacy they will need throughout their lives. And if we're able to scale these resources effectively by investing in AI infrastructure and training, we can offer expert instruction across countless fields to higher volumes of people at a fraction of the cost. I'm looking forward to learning from you all today and seeing how locally led innovation and national ingenuity can come together to forge a brighter future for our students and ensure that they are prepared to thrive in an economy that still depends on capable and skilled people. And thank you once more to our amazing First Lady and to President Trump for his visionary leadership. And I look forward to listening and hearing to all of you a little bit later in our discussions. Thank you so much for having me and for sharing with me what you are doing already in your countries and for the incredible opportunity and responsibility that we all have before us. Thank you so very, very much.
Madam Secretary, thank you so much for that. And now we're going to open the floor and begin our discussion on educational tools in technology. First, I would like to invite the First Lady of the Republic of Albania, Ms. Armanda Begay.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank First Lady of the United States for welcoming us and for these grateful initiatives. Dear First Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished participants, the launch of Fostering Future Together Global Coalition is both timely and necessary, as the rapid advances in digitalizations and AI are transforming the way we learn, work, and live. Investing in children's education, as highlighted by Mrs. Melania Trump, is essential to build lasting peace. For Albania, ensuring that every child is equipped with digital skills is a national priority. Through the Digital Education Action Plan, we are strengthening connectivity, improving the digital infrastructure, investing in teacher training and modern learning methods. We are also focusing in early education. Our goal is not only for child to use digital tools, but to understand, shape, and lead in AI world. We are encourage the young the children since first of grade to develop problem solving and coding skills through the programs that support those learning. We are looking forward to have good that children have good skills in the future. We also are placing a strong emphasis in online safety. Of course, change remains, particularly in bridging gaps between rural and urban areas. And in this regard, we strongly support the objective of coalitions, especially its efforts to make advancing technology accessible to children, educators, and families. Albania is looking forward to work all together in this new world, AI age. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Now I'd like to invite the spouse of the Prime Minister of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, Her Excellency Zubaida Rahman.
Thank you. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Madam First Lady of the United States, Mrs. Melania Trump, distinguished first spouses, excellencies, industry leaders, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. It is a great honor to join you all today at the historic Fostering the Future Together Global Coalition Summit. I sincerely thank the First Lady for bringing us together from across the world for a cause that touches every nation, the promise and potential of our children. We recognize that the future of every country is written in the lives of its children. The care we provide today, the education we invest in, and the values we nurture will shape the nations they build tomorrow. I come here at an important moment for my country, under the leadership of my husband, Tariq Rahman, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Our recently elected democratic government has taken office with an overwhelming mandate to build a more inclusive and forward-looking nation. Our government has already launched initiatives such as the Family Card and Farmers Card, providing financial benefits that strengthen households and also ensure children grow in secure, nurturing environments. As a medical doctor, I'm deeply committed to ensuring accessible, quality healthcare for every child, focusing not only on treatment, but on prevention from the earliest stages of life. My work with the Ziaur Rahman Foundation and Shurobhi has further strengthened my dedication to advancing education, youth development, and community well-being. We believe that responsible use of artificial intelligence can transform education, especially in countries like Bangladesh, where access to trained teachers and resources remain uneven. Our government is equipping both teachers and students with the tools they need to thrive in a digital age. Our government is providing teachers with tablet computers, updating teaching materials, digital curricula, and innovative methods. Classrooms are evolving to include multimedia contents, encouraging teamwork, creativity, and moral development. Technology, particularly EdTech, plays a central role in reducing disparities between urban and rural communities. At the same time, we are committed to ensuring the safe and ethical use of these tools so that children grow in secure and supportive environments. Bangladesh has a strong legacy in empowering women. Former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia advanced women's rights and introduced free education for girls up to grade 12. Our government is committed to ensuring free education for women up to postgraduate levels. Shahid President Ziaur Rahman laid the foundation of the garment industry, creating opportunities for millions of women. These efforts demonstrate that when women are empowered, families are strengthened and children prosper. We also recognize the importance of partnerships. By working with the private sector and our global partners, we aim to expand safe digital spaces, train teachers, empower parents, and improve the quality of education for all. With strong technological cooperation, we seek to connect every region, protect every child, and personalize every learning journey. Together, we can raise a generation that is resilient, compassionate, and prepared for the future. In closing, I express my heartfelt gratitude to the Madam First Lady of the United States. By sharing knowledge, learning from one another, and collaborating across borders, we strengthen not only our nations, but the future of our children and the world they will inherit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam. Now I am very pleased to invite to deliver remarks the First Lady of the Republic of Cabo Verde, Her Excellency Deborah Katisa Cavarlo.
Thank you. Your Excellency, First Lady of the United States, distinguished First Ladies, my sisters, as I like to call you, Excellencies, distinguished participants. As a Cape Verdean, I'm truly honored by the invitation to be part of this global initiative. While our countries reflect diverse realities, we are united today here by a common purpose, placing children at the center of digital future. And now you can Googleize it. Cabo Verde is a nation, for those that don't know yet Cabo Verde. It's a nation of 10 islands in the Atlantic Ocean. We are 99% ocean, deeply rooted in youth. For you to know, 70% of Cape Verdean people has less than 35 years. So our youth are supported by a vast diaspora, and United States hosts the largest Cape Verdean community outside our islands. Today, technology connects what the ocean once separated. And our future is blue, digital, and profoundly dependent on the investment we make in our children. We are investing in digital transformation through secure and vast international connectivity infrastructure, growing smartphone penetration, digital public spaces, very well known by children, and tech parks, over 40 web labs in secondary schools. We are progressively integrating technology into education through computer labs and strengthening digital literacy in programming, robotics, multimedia, and IT maintenance. As a First Lady, I have actively contributed to reducing digital inequality by supporting access to device and connectivity for children and adolescents that are in vulnerable social and economic situations. It is in this context that we see artificial intelligence as a gateway to at least three things: inclusion. And when I talk about inclusion, I remember Stephen Hawking. I know everybody knows who was Stephen Hawking. And I remember kids with special needs. Imagine all the kids with special needs with the access he had. All of them could give to the world, not only to a country, but to the world, the best potential they have. And about equity, I'm thinking about the presence of girls and women in IT world. We are underrepresented in this world. So we must prepare equipping our young people to thrive in a global world where their talents can flourish. However, Excellencies, there are at least two fundamental pillars that must guide and safeguard this gateway: family and school. School do more than teach, they educate. They influence and shape character. Teachers are role models and must guide the use of technology. Behind encouraging its use, they must teach how to use it critically and responsibly. Families, too, face challenges. Often, children are more technological skilled than their parents. Parents must therefore be supported, empowered, and engaged to ensure consistent guidance and oversight. In past, danger was in the street. At my time, when I was a kid, the danger was at the street. But today, it may be inside the home, just one click away. An integrated approach is essential. Includes digital education, stronger online protection, and greater accountability of technology platforms. Because every child matters, and no country can face the challenges of the digital age alone. We are committed to working with all of you to ensure that our children become not only digital creators, but also peacemakers, building bridge of dialogue, building bridge of understanding, and bridge of empathy across the world. AI for all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madam. Now I would like to invite the First Lady of the Dominican Republic, Mrs. Raquel Abarria.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. As I said before at the beginning, do you hear me? We are all a great big family working together. So please allow me to speak in Spanish, which is my, if you would like to be so kind, it's Channel 9 in Spanish. Permítame iniciar saludando.
Let me begin by commending on behalf of the Dominican Republic and my own name the very valuable work and initiative of First Lady Melania Trump to convene this First Ladies to participate in this global coalition Building the Future Together with a aim of promoting all of our children through education. Today we are facing a combined challenge. In the Dominican Republic, we have taken on this challenge as an opportunity to transform our educational system. In recent years, we have moved from a system based on memory and memorization to one that is based on skills, that focuses on know-how. We are seeking to create students who are capable of critical thinking, to resolve issues and problems, that is to say, problem-solving oriented, in a world that is changing every day.
Teachers, la tecnología juega un papel fundamental.
Technology plays a key role in this process. Today, it is an ongoing aspect, and it is part of everything that we are doing. It is cross-cutting in this regard, and we are training our teachers. We need to train our teachers, ensuring that technology is a teaching tool that is, in its essence, effective. As part of our efforts, we have created programs that are focused on understanding ITCs and the 21st century. One example is our educational robotics program, in which over 800,000 students have participated, strengthening capabilities in STEM, specifically through different competencies. Today, we understand that English is the language of technology, and as such, we've created the program English for a Better Life, which currently serves 82,000 secondary school students. Similarly, we are encouraging programs of inclusion and innovation that expand access to quality education through the use of technology. Lastly, let me highlight the responsible and safe use of digital tools backed by policies in data protection and cybersecurity. The Dominican Republic reaffirms its commitment to not fall behind and specifically to not leave behind future generations. Through our 2030 digital agenda, we are working to create future citizens that are capable, responsible, and that they understand what the responsible use of technology and AI means. Thank you to Melania Trump, distinguished first ladies and gentlemen, everyone. I am confident, fully confident, that this coalition will foster new and improved best practices for all of our boys, girls, and adolescents. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Madam. Now I would like to invite the First Lady of the Republic of Guatemala, Her Excellency Lucrecia Eugenia Penado Villanueva.
Thank you for the opportunity, Your Excellencies, Mrs. Melania Trump, First Lady of the United States, and all other spouses of heads of state and distinguished guests. For Guatemala, it is an honor to participate in this initiative, Fostering the Future Together, and reaffirm of our compromise to a shared goal of protection and innovation, as well as education for children. I will also invite you, as we are in the American continent, to please use the adequate channel to listen to the rest of my participation in Spanish. Para Guatemala,
for Guatemala, managing the digital transformation as a strategic priority in public policy is one of our priorities. And it is not only a priority, a technological priority, rather it is a priority that is deeply centered on people, on their dignity, and on their rights. Our goal in our country is to train students, teachers, their family, and our communities in general using direct information that is critical, creative, and responsible so that we are ready to face the new era of this new wave of technology. We have a national strategy that consists of 4 pillars. First of all, there is a component of inclusion and cultural belonging, as there are 17 million people in our country, and half of our people live in indigenous communities, mainly of Mayan origin, as well as Garifuna, or Afro-Guatemalan, and Xinca. We have 22 languages that are spoken in the country, different from Spanish, with 7 to 9 of them being the predominant languages. Therefore, as a multicultural country, we are developing digital content and educational models that reflect our cultural diversity and our linguistic diversity for both teachers and students, so that they are able to use digital tools effectively. We seek to constantly respect our linguistic diversity and the local contexts in which these digital tools are to be implemented. For quite some time now, we have had intercultural bilingual educational programs. What do I mean when I say bilingual? I mean that Spanish may not be the mother tongue of the majority or a good part of our population. Therefore, the new revolution of artificial intelligence and this new phase in the digital era needs to include training in the languages that I mentioned, Maya, Garifuna, and Xinca, whereas digital tools may allow these students and teachers to learn and teach in their own languages and in their own cultural contexts. In addition, we have digital literacy and increased access to digital tools. We are creating capacities in our entire educational system to ensure that students and teachers are able to use digital tools effectively. When it comes to artificial intelligence in education, we are also working on including it responsibly to promote personalized education and decision-making that is based on data and guided by UNESCO principles that ensure an ethical, person-centered focus and centered on people's rights. Next, we have online security. We believe faithfully, and we act on this belief, that innovation must occur in safe spaces for our children, our young people, our adolescents. In a country where half of our population is under 22 years of age, this is obviously critical. Guatemala, then, is implementing actions at the national level that are coordinated to prevent digital risks. These include strategies led by our Office Against Sexual Violence, Exploitation, and Human Trafficking. We also recognize that this challenge evolves quickly. There are new threats, such as damaging content generated by AI itself, by other encrypted platforms, and transnational exploitation networks. Therefore, we need more coordination at the institutional level. We need to be better able to investigate digital crimes, and we need a more integrated response at the national level. We are committed to that, and that is what we are currently doing. So we strengthen existing platforms to manage prevention and response to these threats. There are digital complaint mechanisms, prevention campaigns, and coordination mechanisms at the interinstitutional level that bring together education, security, and child protection. In closing, I would like to say that for Guatemala, this new digital transformation wave is a means. I'll repeat, it is a means to one of our largest ends, which is to reduce structural inequalities that for decades have held half of our population in levels of poverty and extreme poverty. So we have specific targeted actions so that inequalities do not increase, but rather are reduced during this new era, so that we may expand opportunities, strengthen our human capital, and contribute as well to holistic development. We are therefore committed to this group of leaders who are here today and those who may not be here today as well, so that we may advance and move from fragmented approaches to preventive, holistic strategies that are coordinated with all of you and all leaders from different sectors, because education, protection, and innovation must move forward together and ethically, focused on the protection of people. Finally, we would like to reiterate our desire to work with international partners to make sure that technology is a tool of equity, inclusion, sustainable development, and especially that it may protect and empower all children. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, Madam. Now I would like to invite the First Lady of the Republic of Lithuania, Her Excellency Diana Nausėdienė.
Honorable First Ladies and Gentlemen, distinguished participants of this historic event. We are all living in an era when artificial intelligence expands in all areas of our human life, and it's even catching up with its creator. Timely beginning of a discussion on what the development of AI means for our future is crucial. We must speak about both great opportunities ahead and the potential dangers. This makes it essential to listen to academic analysis, scientific forecasts, and experiences of different countries. It's very important that the First Lady of the United States of America, Melania Trump, proactively leads and has launched a significant global initiative. Lithuania supports the look at the development of AI through the lens of children as the most sensitive group in society. And I am delighted to greet all far-sighted supporters of this mission, the insightful spouses of world leaders. We are here today from all over the world, united by a shared commitment to ensure that modern technologies serve for the well-being of our children and peaceful future. Ladies and gentlemen, there is enormous potential for progress. By applying technology wisely, we can ensure that quality education is accessible to everyone, regardless of special needs, place of residence, or social status. Artificial intelligence is a tool that can empower personalized education, a guarantee that education serves as a social, cultural, and intellectual elevator for every child. Lithuania is open to cooperation in developing the EdTech tools of tomorrow. Our businesses have already created solutions for the personalized learning revolution, which enables the identification of knowledge gaps and the creation of personalized learning paths for every student. Teachers can now design customized lessons in just a few minutes, adapted to students' diverse abilities. I am proud to say that Lithuania is a leader in the European Union in terms of AI access and deeper AI usage within society. In terms of per capita investment in AI innovation, Lithuania is set in Europe. We have already done important homework in the area of infrastructure necessary for AI. Lithuania has a strategic advantage: exceptionally fast growing capacities of domestically generated electricity using low-cost resources, while the small modular reactors are our near future. An established national data lake, pending new AI factory, ranking in the top 6 globally in cybersecurity. These are just a few examples of our technological achievements. This path is backed by a wisely managed macroeconomic policy. Since the year 2019, Lithuania did not suffer any GDP contraction and demonstrates further robust growth. The next step is greater investment in AI and digital skills, both in education and the economy. We aim to give every child the opportunity to try their hand at engineering and digital technology. We have 10 regional STEAM centers, developing engineering high schools and fostering robotics. Also, the reality is changing. Teachers remains at the heart of educational system. Humanity will have no future if our educators will teach only technology. We need to install humanistic and ethical values in them. And we, the international community, will be united in seeking to introduce high ethical norms, universal standards, respective safeguards across the globe. Ladies